we go. Let me try to lower it so y'all can see me a little bit better. But anyway, no, maybe make it go up a little bit so y'all can see here. Hello everybody. Anyways, so while we wait for some people to patiently come in, anyways, let me try to lower it again. Welcome back everyone to another episode of the podcast, Prices Are Too High. Sorry about that. Yeah, prices are too high. So anyway, in this week's episode, we're going to be talking about minimum wage. So is minimum wage worth the living? David, hello, welcome in. Hello everybody. I know I'm a little 2 minutes behind, but no worries. I was gonna go to Pier 57 today, but to do the outdoor podcast. So instead I'm at Riverbank Park, and probably at the end of the podcast I will give you guys a little tour around the park. So here we go. This is it right here. This is Riverbank Park, New York. So this is it here. And I was also having one or two minor issues with the connection, with the broadcasting connection, but we're pretty much good to go. But anyways, welcome back to another episode of the podcast, everyone. So this is a little special. I want to do something a little special, reimagined podcast. So here it is. We're out here in the good old in the outdoors. So welcome in everybody. Dave, good afternoon. Good to see you, Dave. Welcome in. So yeah, like I was discussing in this week's episode, I don't have my iPad on me, so I won't be able to see who's coming into the chat or anything like that, but I can see on my phone, so we're good to go. Sorry about the wind. If it's windy, I'll try and speak a little louder, but I don't want to be too loud. But it's a nice park, it's a great park, good day to come out here and podcast, and why not? So this week's episode is about minimum wage. I'm going to be discussing how much is really, has it changed anything? Has it been better? Has it made a difference in people's lives? So all those different type of things. So we're going to discuss that in this podcast, everyone. We now have 4 people joining. Thank you to the 4 people that are joining me. I really appreciate it. So I'm live streaming from Riverbank Park, New York. So Riverbank is a little off of Harlem. So yeah, a little off of Harlem, maybe like 5 minutes away from Harlem. The best way to get out here is if you take the Bronx 19 here to the last stop. It's a nice park. But anyways, we now have 7 people watching. Thank you to the 7 people that are watching. I really appreciate it so much. So yeah, so higher wages means higher prices. Yeah, of course, Dave. Yeah, I know. See, the thing with minimum wage is that because when I first started my very first job that I'm still working at right now towards this very day, I was getting paid minimum wage, and same thing at my second job. But the things that with my second job is that I have not gotten any projects in a while, so I haven't really been getting paid for my other job. It's a little complicated. I'm not going to go into details and confuse you with that, but I feel like minimum wage could be a lot better. And this is in my opinion. I feel like for a lot of people, well, actually, I'm gonna just say the truth, and then my opinion. Hi Chris, I'm listening, but I can't chat much because I'm working. I was at the doctor's office, so I'm gonna, oh, no problem, Alan, no problem. Yeah, just listen. But yeah, so I feel like minimum wage could be a lot better, and there's more ways that minimum wage could improve. You know, a lot of fast food restaurants, regular restaurants, and all that stuff. So, especially fast food restaurants, a lot of people are getting paid minimum wage, because if you think about it, before then it was like $7.50 an hour. Now it's $10 and some change. Like in NYC, you're not gonna make it working minimum wage. You're not gonna make it. You would need about 3 to 4 jobs just to be able to make it. And it's just sad, because the prices in NYC are still too damn high, and especially in a lot of states. Because to be honest, the country, to live in the United States, is expensive. To live in the United States is really, really expensive to live in the United States. A lot of places like California, New York, Chicago, yeah, so it costs a lot to live. So it really costs a lot of money. Oh yeah.
Hello? Do you like?
No. Yeah, so it really costs a lot, you know, to live in the United States, and it's just sad, you know. You know, you need like I said, you need like 3 or 4 jobs just to make it, or you need a roommate just to make it. I feel like a lot needs to be improved in minimum wage, in my opinion, because it's crazy. You know, now I make like $25 an hour at the job. So, and honestly, it's still not even gonna be enough to live. I would have to make closer to almost $100 an hour just to probably even make it in New York City. In probably the next 10 years down the line, most Americans will probably have to make at least $100 an hour or more just to be able to survive in New York City. And don't get me started with the housing. The housing is so terrible, man. Really, really terrible, really badly. And you know, jobs nowadays are so competitive. And same thing with housing, you know, when it comes down to the cost of living. So it's really bad. I make 20/hour at my job, and it's not nearly enough. I also get my monthly pension from when I was a teacher. Yeah, I know. Wow, Alan, I'm so sorry to hear that. Jen, hello, welcome in, Jen, welcome in. Welcome into the podcast, everyone. So for those that just came in, so this is a reimagined podcast, everyone. So I'm live streaming from Riverbank Park, New York. So I'm gonna just show you. This is it here, you guys. Riverbank Park. So I'm doing an outdoor live stream, everyone, for anyone who hasn't came in. And Riverbank Park is not that busy, so I wanted to come somewhere where it was not that busy. I can at least be able to hear myself. It's not a lot of people, and it's nice and comfortable. So that's why I like. Yeah, it's a really nice park, Jen. I might do a full stream here one day. I might. So, it's a really nice park. But I'm gonna show you guys the park once I get done with the podcast. I don't know how, as far as going around the park, I'm not exactly sure how the YouTube signal will act out here, but we'll see. But anyways, I was gonna go to Pier 57, but I didn't even wind up leaving work. I wound up leaving work late, so I didn't get out of work until late. So I didn't get out of work till like 2:30, and I work all the way in Upper Manhattan, and then Pier 57 is all the way downtown. So I gotta take a train and the bus just to get there, and it may take me about at least an hour and a half to get from my job to all the way down to Pier 57. So it may take me a while. Also, thank you again, Chris, for making me your moderator. Of course, no problem, Alan. No problem. I also enjoyed your video the other day of you sharing your religion of Passover. What's today, the second day of Passover? Yeah, today's the second day of Passover. Yeah, I know you was explaining that Passover was for like 8 days, so which is good. And I hope all of you guys enjoyed my live stream of the Thai Food Market Festival. Yeah, the Thai Food Market and the Queen's Night Market. I hope you guys enjoyed both of those as well. I don't know what I'm gonna do Friday, but I'm gonna figure it out. But I just turned 60 in March. Oh really? Oh wow. Happy belated, David. I know it's late April now, but wow, that's amazing. The Passover stream was so important. Yeah, it was really, really important. It definitely was important, for sure. But I'm sorry, we're getting a little off topic. So this is podcasting time. I'll save all the other stuff for another stream, the walking stream. But back to minimum wage, because I feel like with minimum wage, oh yes, I remember you mentioned that in one other stream. Okay. Like with minimum wage, I feel like it's not enough for a lot of people to make it off of. And I feel like minimum wage needs to go. Personally, if I was to raise minimum wage, I would raise it to at least $20 an hour, in my opinion. At least another $10, because I don't know. Well, is minimum wage 15 in New York City? Is it $15? Anyone who's in the chat, just let me know. I'm not exactly sure what the cost is. I don't know if it's 10 or 15. It might be 15. I don't remember the exact number because it's been a while since I've gotten paid minimum wage. So I don't know if it's 15 or not. But so like I was saying, now I have 5 people watching. Thank you to the 5 people that are watching. Really appreciate it. It's 15 an hour. Okay. Yeah. If it was up to me, honestly, I'll raise it at least another $10 an hour. And who can make it working off of $15 an hour? Who can do that? Like, seriously, who can? And even as a full-time worker, you still can't even make it because the prices are so doggone ridiculous. So it's crazy. I feel like minimum wage still has a lot of work. There's a lot of things when it comes down to minimum wage that has to be worked on. I'm sorry, y'all. Making sure everything is good so I can do this outdoor podcast in peace. But a lot still needs to be worked on. So, oh man, sorry y'all. I got this wet rag with me because the pollen is just really crazy this week. So, I'm just like cleaning my face. The pollen was just bothering me like crazy yesterday at work. So, excuse me on that one. We now have 6 people watching. Thank you to the 6 people that are watching. But I feel like a lot in minimum wage needs to really be improved because, number one, especially if you're working at a fast food restaurant like McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's, how can you afford to make it? How? And then you dealing with crazy ass people yelling at you all day long. People, or sometimes I feel sorry for the people in the fast food restaurants because they're dealing with so much when it comes down to fast food. People in a hurry, they want their food right away, so it's just really crazy. And I feel like they deserve a lot more and they deserve better. Nick, hello, welcome in, Nick. So people who work in fast food houses, fast food restaurants, and work at minimum wage, they deserve more. I feel like they deserve a raise. They need to have a raise more often. I feel like they deserve a raise at least every year. That's just in my opinion, because they work so much and they work so hard. I know some of them, get shitted on. That's just in my opinion. And a lot of these fast food restaurants, they don't want to pay the workers more. So it's just really crazy. Hello, Nick. Welcome in, Nick. Thank you for joining my podcast, Nick. Really appreciate it. So the topic is minimum wage, Nick. So we are talking about minimum wage. So, and Nick, if you just so I'm live streaming at Riverbank Park. This is it right here. This is where I'm live streaming from. I'm doing my outdoor live stream. I was gonna go to Pier 57, but I feel like there wasn't enough time to go out to Pier 57 and do the live stream there. But yeah, like I was saying, it's just really sad. You know, I feel like the fast food workers do deserve a lot more. You know, they should be giving a raise every year. And to tell you the truth, like personally, I feel like nobody in New York should be working minimum wage. In my opinion, I feel like everybody should be working more than minimum wage in most states. No, I'm not just talking about NYC. I'm talking about Chicago, California, what else? Maybe Connecticut, New Jersey, because those are the really expensive states, you know. And I see that a lot of people have left New York because they can't afford the cost of living, and a lot of people move to states like. A lot of people move to places like down south, somewhere where they can afford to live. And I don't know what the minimum wage is for other states, but the cost of living is cheaper, in my opinion. So that's just personally me. If anybody has any thoughts and opinions that they like to write in the chat, please feel free to write it. Feel free. I'm gonna catch up with some comments here. I'm gonna read them and I'm gonna respond to them. In NYC, they change for things like food, but they don't pay the staff more. Yeah, exactly, Jen. They don't pay the staff more. Like, I don't get it. Like, what's so hard about paying your workers more? If you have really hard workers, really hard workers, good workers, you know, they should be getting paid a lot more. And it's just sad, you know. You know, and you know, though, a lot of these, what was it? And to tell you the truth, though, sorry about that. And to tell you the doggone truth, you know, a lot of these places are cheap because they don't want to pay the workers more. They just want to keep making the money and putting in their pocket. So it's just sad, you know. And then too, like, you know, I feel like today was also a good conversation to have because, you know, a lot of people, hello, Coleslaw, hello, I haven't seen you in a while. I'm not sure if you saw the message I sent about affordable housing. I wish everybody had a place to live and food and healthcare, and I wish there weren't a lot of BS jobs. Yeah, exactly, Cole, exactly. I wish there wasn't a lot of BS jobs either, you know. And it's crazy, you know, you work your ass off every single week. Every week you work your ass off, you know. Some people 7 days a week, and it's barely paying shit. Barely freaking paying. So I'm gonna catch up with some comments. I think Alan wrote something. What was it? They need to create more chances for people to move into affordable housing, but they have these lotteries for affordable housing, and I never have a chance at getting into these places. Oh wow, Alan. Yeah, I know. I did. What was it? Somebody had told me about affordable housing, Alan, and yeah, they told me about affordable housing. What was it? I think it's called affordablehousing.org, because like every time I go and apply for the every time I go and I apply for the affordable housing, like nothing ever happens. It's always a lottery, and they make it super hard for people to everybody just wants a place to live. Everybody wants to have their own space, you know. Everybody wants that, you know. I'm still struggling to get a place, and it frustrates the F out of me it really frustrates the hell out of me, and it's just so crazy. And you know, me as a part-time worker, you know, it's 10 times harder for me because, you know, I don't really make that much. You know, they need to stop going up on all these homes, on the housing, on the rent. It's like cut people a break. I don't understand, you know. And you have a lot of shitty landlords. And they just don't care. All people care about is this nowadays. That's all people care about is the freaking money. And it's just so sad. They don't, what about the people that work here? Huh? Like, what about the people that work here? You need the people that live here, that are here, you know, to give y'all the money. And I'm not just talking about the housing. I'm talking about a lot of businesses, a lot of workplaces. You got some people that don't live in New York City, but work in it. I'm gonna give an example. My camera around. So you see here, you got people that live here in New Jersey, and they commute back and forth to New York, and they work in New York. They live out in Jersey here, but they commute here to New York, and they paying triple the money. They gotta pay for transportation in New Jersey, and then transportation for New York. Because if you don't work near Port Authority or Penn Station, if you work like on Wall Street, if you live in New Jersey and you walk in New Jersey, if you live in New Jersey and you work around Wall Street, or you work in Brooklyn, Queens, the Bronx, whatever, you gotta pay extra for more transportation just to get to the job. They're here in New York, you know. So, but if you live near a Port Authority or Penn Station, that's fine. You don't have to pay the extra transportation. You just pay New Jersey Transit to come in, and New Jersey Transit is getting ready to go up. You know, how does it make it better? And then with price and congestion coming, you know, I feel sorry for most of the drivers. You know, I feel like people who live in New York City and you pay New York City taxes, you should not be charged to come into New York City. You should not be charged to come in below 60th Street, Manhattan. What? I'm seeing all these stupid ads from MTA, and they still want to go through. You know, I've seen the what was on TV, people expressing their concerns. MTA don't care. They still want their money. Same thing with the city. It's just another way for the city to take from people, and it's just freaking crazy. You know, just imagine working minimum wage and you have to pay to come in New York City. That's another thing. You know, and there probably are some people who work minimum wage, you know, at a fast food restaurant, and they gotta drive back and forth between New York and New Jersey. You know, you got some people who don't want to deal with public transportation. It's a mess. Can you blame them? No. Let's see. Hello, Emily. Welcome in, Emily. Thank you for joining me, Emily. I really appreciate it. Thank you for joining me on this podcast. I really appreciate it. So we are talking, so the title of the podcast, Emily, is Minimum Wage Worth the Living? So that's the title of this week's episode. I'm not sure what the title of next week's episode is, so I'm still planning it. I'm still plotting it. You know, as the days get nicer, I will do an outdoor podcast. You know, I'm gonna do more outdoor podcasts. A large portion of wages are consumed by taxes in one form or other. Yeah, exactly, Dave. Exactly. Let me read Alan's comment. Now people who travel from New Jersey to NYC by car have to pay additional $15 if they travel below 61st Street because of pricing congestion. Yeah, to tell you the truth, Alan, my recommendation to the people, if they want to avoid the pricing congestion, they're gonna have to get into New York over the GW Bridge. I mean, in my opinion. And to be honest, I kind of see the GW Bridge getting even more overwhelming, because how the F, because no one wants to pay the effing price, and nobody wants to pay the extra, nobody wants to pay the effing $15 just to go through the Lincoln Tunnel. And that's below 60th Street. So that's the only other way to get into New York besides the GW Bridge. Actually, that's the only tunnel that gets you into New York below 60th Street, in my opinion. Now, if you're not even from New Jersey, if you're not from New York, if you don't live in it, if you don't live in New York, then I can understand. You know, you're paying for pricing congestion, but for people who already live in New York City, or who already live in the state of New York, we should not have to pay to get to enter Manhattan below 60th Street. Like, make that part make sense. In a lot of places in the UK, people are better off not working and claiming benefits. Yeah, see, the thing with healthcare and benefits, especially here in NYC, if you don't have no type of health insurance, you gotta pay a copay. And to go to the doctor, you know, it's $15. What was it? One time, I had to go and get my teeth removed. So I had to go get my wisdom teeth removed. I had to pay like $65 just for them to remove my teeth. So, and it wasn't cheap. So definitely not cheap at all. I wish the only that I could have paid was $20 or $15. I would have liked that, but that wasn't really the case. So, you know, I had to pay the $64. You know, if you don't have health insurance like Medicaid, forget about it. You're gonna be paying a big co-payment, and I think a co-payment is probably more than $15 nowadays. But even if they take the GW Bridge, if they work below 60th Street, they'll still be charged because the tow cameras are on the avenues. It also includes people that live out. It also includes people that live outside of Manhattan. Wow. Yeah, man. And the truth is that, like, I feel like too, you know, I feel like they should cut New Jersey a break, because you got a lot of New Jersey residents that actually do work in the city, and they got to deal with that pricing congestion BS every single day. That's a lot. You know, that's a lot of money. You know, reason why I'm saying they should cut people in New Jersey a break, because you got a lot of New Jersey residents that actually work in New York. You know, my dad used to be one of them, you know, but he didn't commute between New York and New Jersey every single day, you know, but every once in a while he will commute. But I'm mainly talking to the people that have to commute between New York and New Jersey every single day, because you got people that live in New Jersey and they work in New York. Oh wow, we have 12 people watching. Thank you so much to 12 people that are watching. I was not expecting the podcast to pick up. Wow. They should allow people who live in the city the option to register their car to be able to attempt from the tolls. Yeah, of course, Jen. Yes, absolutely. Of course. I mean, I don't get it. This is why I don't drive. You know, the prices are really crazy in New York. You know, it's really, really crazy in New York. So I don't get it. So, you know, they always trying to find ways to take from people, but then they don't want to pay everybody. Trust me, a lot of these restaurants, the reason why they pay everybody minimum wage is because it's the law, and they can get in serious trouble for it. So if there was no law, if there was no minimum wage law, trust me, they wouldn't even pay the workers at all. They wouldn't. If there was no law, if there was no minimum wage law, they would try to find a way not to pay the workers at all, period. You know, or they'll be paying them like $2 an hour or $1.50 an hour. So if there was really no minimum wage law, you know, a lot of people, I can't imagine a lot of people, a lot of workers would have to go through if there was no minimum wage law. But it's harsh to think about it, but you know, I'm going to my last class, stopping by, giving you a like on your channel. Good job. Thank you so much, Salt Lake. Thank you for, I really appreciate the support, everyone. If you guys are enjoying this podcast, we have 9 people watching. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button, hit the like button. Hello, Darlene. Welcome in, Darlene. Thank you for joining me, Darlene. If you guys are enjoying this wonderful podcast, please hit the like button, give the stream a like, comment. Yeah, once the live stream is done, everyone, so to the 8 people that are watching, once the live stream is done, just comment your thoughts and opinions. I would like to hear about it. I really would like to hear your thoughts and opinions on the minimum wage, because I feel, to tell you the truth, I feel like minimum wage is bullshit. Really, I feel like it's bullshit, and minimum wage should be at least $25 an hour or $30 an hour, at least, because if it was right. Well, if it was at least $30 an hour, I would be getting paid at least $30. I would be getting paid at least $30 an hour, you know. But I'm getting, because I get paid like $25 an hour, because so I make like $10 more than minimum wage. So I make $10 more than that. So, you know, even people that are making minimum wage, they're still getting shitted on, like literally getting shit on, and you know. I feel like there needs to be a rally. There needs to be something to bring the minimum wage up. Thank you, Alan. I really appreciate it. So, yes, what Alan said, please remember to like, subscribe, share. Share this podcast with a friend, family member. Please share it. Please do. Get the word out about this wonderful podcast. So we are discussing minimum wage. So if you guys have anyone that's working under minimum wage and they feel like they're not getting by, you know, anything, you know, please share this podcast. Please share this podcast with them. This episode is to let everybody know who's going through some minimum wage BS. You know, let them know that they're not alone. Whatever situation, whether it's good, bad, well, mainly bad, whatever bad situation they're going through with minimum wage, you know, people who feel like they're barely making it, you know, with the minimum wage job that they have, please share it. Let them know. It really will let them know that they are not alone. Okay, so yeah, so welcome in, Darlene. So let me just catch you up. Let me catch everybody up. So right now, so I'm doing an outdoor live stream. So if you guys see, normally I'm in my house when I do my live streams, but I'm doing my live stream outdoors, because the weather's just been really nice this week. It's been super nice this week. It's been really excellent this week. So it's been a good week. So I wanted to do an outdoor stream. Let me just show y'all. You guys see here. So this here is Riverbank Park. I was gonna go to Pier 57, but I didn't have enough time. But this is like this is about maybe 15 minutes away from my house. So it's about maybe 5 to 10 minutes away from Harlem. So, and I also live up here as well. So this is a part of my neighborhood. So I just took the bus across all the way west past Broadway, and this is Riverbank Park. So this is where I'm at, Darlene, and everyone who just came in. All right, so back to what I was saying. But yeah, I mean, they shouldn't have to get paid less. Yeah, I agree with you, Darlene. They shouldn't. I was gonna say something. We all need to become doctors, lawyers, actors, or any other job that pays a 6-digit salary. Yeah, I know, right, Alan? Yeah, I definitely agree. You know, it's crazy, but yeah, like trust me, if I was a lawyer or actor, you know, I would not be out here busting my ass every single day, you know, especially in the freezing cold winter. You know, I have a job, I'm busting my ass like crazy, you know, I'm dealing with I'm dealing with the bipolar weather all the damn time. All the time I'm dealing with the bipolar weather. And where is it getting me? No effing where. No effing where at all, period. And I've been taking like 3 or 4 computer, because I want to get into the computer field, the IT field, because that's the real good paying job. Like if you're working at places like, if you're working for companies like TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, forget about it. So you're getting paid good money working at those headquarters. That's another thing too, you know. You want to get your foot in the places that's paying really, really well. If you want a good, decent job, you know, work for transit, or depending on where you live at, work for transit, work for work for transit, work for big corporate companies like Facebook, Instagram headquarters, TikTok headquarters. Work for those places if you want a real good paying decent jobs, if you really want that, because they'll pay you really well, you know. So let me just catch up here in the chat for a second, and then I will continue speaking as well. And I just want to, let me say one last thing before I catch up in the chat. Even even actors, man, the only people that's really getting by and that's really making it here in this country is the actors, the celebrities, the big people that's getting that 6-digit paycheck every single week. IT jobs pay as well. Yeah, I know, Darlene. That's where I'm really trying to get into, the IT jobs, but it's not easy to get into the IT job. It's not easy. It's very competitive. It's very, very, very competitive. Do the U.S. penalize you for not having a second income? No, Jen. The U.S. does not penalize you for not having a second job. I'm not sure wherever you live they do that, but here, no. If you don't have a second job, you're pretty much struggling, majority of the time, unless you have a real good, decent paying job that pays at least 4 or 5 digits. Unless you're getting a 4 or 5 digit paycheck every single month. But if you're getting a paycheck like under $1,000 or maybe under 2,000 or 3,000, you're pretty much struggling to pay the rent. No, not at all. I am Jen. I just have claimed more as far as my taxes. Yeah. And speaking of taxes, like I didn't even get. I was supposed to get to over 1K back, and I only got almost 200 back. See, this is the thing with Uncle Sam in the U.S. So I feel like we pay so much money in taxes. That we don't get all of our money back. We don't get all of our money back. The Uncle Sam don't give us every single dime back. I mean, I'll give it to them. We do get something back every year, but not all of it. But if you make more, you get less back. I just learned this last year. If you make more money, you get less money back. And if you make less money, you get more. I don't understand that part. You know, I feel like Uncle Sam needs to make that make sense, because it's not working for a lot of people. Everyone I talked to got less back than last year. Yeah, I know. Like, I only got a little bit more back, Darlene. A little bit more. I didn't get that much back. You know, as I was saying in my last podcast, I paid over $2,000 in taxes last year. Over $2,000 in taxes last year. So crazy. I'm watching an interview with a couple of Star Trek actors, and one who was saying he get more money doing acting. He get more money for doing the interviews and the conventions. Oh wow. I got zero. I owe money. I'm embarrassed to say how much. I'm embarrassed. I got zero. I owe money. I'm embarrassed to say how much I owe, but it's a lot. Dag Allen, I'm so sorry. You know, I hope that situation gets a lot better, gets better for you, Allen. I really do. You know, I really enjoy, and I always enjoy watching you. You know, but I hope it does get a lot better, Allen. You know, because it sucks. Because like I said, one time I owed the government a lot of money, but not a lot, but I owed them over 1K, you know, so one time, so I had to pay it off. So it took me a few months, but good thing, like right before COVID started, I paid off my debt, and I was pretty much good to go. So I was pretty much good to go. I think I got 8 or more back this year. I'm rich, LOL. Me too, Darlene. I'm rich. I'm definitely rich. I've been living the past couple of days. I've been really living, Darlene. I really have. I've really been living. I got killed in taxes this year. Oh man, I know, Alan. You know, I think you got this, Alan. You know, don't give up. Don't be so harsh on yourself. You know, it happens to some people sometimes. You know, another good thing too, to avoid owing Uncle Sam, and I've learned this a few times, which is called write-offs. So definitely write-offs. I think that would be a good title for next week's episode of the podcast. You know, learning about write-offs, what they do. You know, how do a lot of rich people get off on write-offs? You know, a lot of big corporate business get off on write-offs. You know, I've never done a write-off before, but like if you do like a giveaway or something, if you do a giveaway, something like that, you know, you can write it off. If you pay your tithes and church every single not every single Sunday, but not everybody gets paid every week. But if you pay your tithes every Sunday or every other Sunday, then you know you can write that off in your taxes. That's another way to what was it? Yeah, you can write that off. You know, that's another way to get out of owing from Uncle Sam, because all that stuff is write-offs, because write-offs really help, you know, and I really realized that write-offs is a good thing, you know, and if you have enough write-offs, you could probably get more money back in write-offs. I don't know too much about write-offs. I'll have to learn more about it. I would like for that to be an episode in the podcast, but I will have to learn more about it. So that's why I save all of my receipts from the restaurants I go to for the live streams. I also save some receipts from when I buy prizes for people, then win my trivia contest. Oh, awesome, Alan. That's so awesome. And Ellie, hello. Welcome in, Ellie. Thank you for joining my podcast. So we're talking about minimum wage this week. If you have any thoughts, if you have any opinions, feel free to share your comment in the chat. I'll be more than happy to read about it for sure. But welcome in, Ellie the Original. But yeah, but back to what I was saying about minimum wage earlier. I feel like minimum wage needs to be improved a lot. We should be at least like $25 an hour, you know, or 30. Like, I don't know how long it's been since they've raised minimum wage, but a couple of years later, you know, still not getting nowhere. The only thing that's going up is the prices, not minimum wage. You know, minimum wage needs to go up too in a lot of states. And I'm pretty sure there are some states paying less. Their minimum wage is less than other states. I guess all depending on the governor. All depending on the governor, in my opinion. I'll have to work on getting more memories for you, Alan. Oh, I'm sorry, let me work on that. I also write off my monthly prizes. Oh, wait a minute, hold on, let me. I also write off my monthly prizes. I also write off my monthly internet, and also when I mail out the prizes, the postage is also a write-off. Yeah, you know, write-offs is good, you know. And the bus fare is also a write-off. Oh, really, Alan? Wait a minute. So wait a minute. So you could write off, like if you pay every single day for transit, the $290, you could write that off, Alan? I'm just asking. And bus fare is also a write-off. Oh, okay, Alan, okay. Understand that. So Ellie Rowe, our minimum wage here, I think, is $7, which is horrible. But most jobs here are paying $12 to $15. But my current job starts from about $23 and up. It depends on the department and role you're in. Okay, Ellie. That's good though. That's good that that your, what was it? My current job starts at. That's awesome that your current job is paying you $23 an hour. You know, that's not too bad. Of course, because you're using public transportation to go to your live streams. Yeah. I think you should be able to claim your pets on your tax return. They're like little kids, LOL. Oh yeah, I know. That would be nice if you had pets. That would be really, really nice. $7, that's shocking. Yeah, it's really shocking, Ellie. I definitely agree. That's very, very, very shocking. Yeah, I mean, so far it's been a pretty good podcast so far. I'm just reading some comments. I read that NYC has to pay their workers more. My niece is 21 and gets paid $30 an hour for working in a shelter. Okay. That's not too bad, Ellie. I feel like that's what the minimum wage needs to be, Ellie. The minimum wage needs to be at least $30 an hour. I don't understand what the actual F is wrong with that. What's wrong with that? You know, why can't New York City raise that to $30 an hour? I would love to see that. I would like to see the minimum wage go up to $30 an hour. You know, that way, a lot of people, especially people who work in fast food restaurants, you know, who work in fast food like McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's, all those restaurants, you know, they can get by a little quicker and they can probably be able to make it. So. Over there. Oh, sorry, I was looking at something. Yeah, $7 is horrible. They're trying to raise fast food workers minimum wage from 15 to 20. I think here now, okay. I'm not sure exactly where you live at, Ellie, or what state you're in, but I know in New York City we have that. Our minimum wage is like at least 15 an hour, in my opinion. So, but let's see. Good thing the battery's not dying, and so far the signal is good. My battery starts to die. I'm gonna put this on the charger. Okay, if someone gets 30 an hour at McDonald's, then they better make sure my order is correct. How do you mess up 2 items? Oh wow, Ellie the original, right? That's true. I mean, that is true. You know, and the thing is that with fast food restaurants, you know, they work so, like I was saying earlier in the podcast, you know, they putting up with so much at a fast food restaurant downtown or something like that. For example, I'm gonna say Cane's, for example. If you're working at Cane's in Times Square, it can be overwhelming, but I don't know if the workers are, I don't know if the workers there are paid minimum wage, you know. So I don't know the situation. I can't really speak on that. So I have two jobs in both healthcare, and they pay well. It could be better to endure a deal with so much. Yeah, I know, right, Ellie? Yeah, definitely. I definitely agree. I have to get running now, friends. I have to leave for an appointment. Take care. I'll see you soon. All right, Darlene. Thank you for joining. I really appreciate you joining in. So Friday I will be live again. I will be live again on Friday. So take care, Darlene, and hope to see you then. Take care, Darlene. So I'm gonna end the podcast in a couple of minutes. This is a good topic. This is a good conversation. I look forward to it. Awesome, Darlene. Really, really awesome. Take care, my dear Darlene. Yes. Take care, Darlene. Thank you for joining. I always appreciate your support, Darlene. Thank you for always coming into my live streams. Really appreciate you being here. So, I think it's gonna rain soon. So I'm going to end the podcast in a couple of minutes because I just don't want my phone to get wet or be caught up out here in the rain. Well, let me see. The bus stop is over there, so I'm pretty much good. And then the indoor place is over there too, as well. So we'll end the stream in a second. I'm gonna give y'all a little tour of Riverbank Park. I'm not gonna go too far out because I don't know how the signal is gonna act, but it's not really a big park, so we're good to go. Yeah, because medical assistants take on a role, most like a nurse role, and companies barely want to pay them what worth. You should be okay, Chris. There's gonna be no rain forecasted. I know, Alan, but I feel some drops. I'm starting to feel some drops, so I don't want to. Sometimes, like, it'll start raining out of nowhere and it'll get heavy, and I don't want my phone to mess up, and I don't want my live stream to mess up. So, but I think we're good to go so far. But anyways, yeah. So I definitely agree. And then also too, Ellie, like, those are like the main people that are getting by. Is a lot of doctors, a lot of nurses, a lot of lawyers, actors, the rich. Those are the type of people who are really getting by. You know, I ain't trying to say his name, but Trump is one of the main people getting by. But that dude's a ripoff. He be ripping off people. I swear. I think I need to make an episode one day talking about just talking about the rich people in general and how they treat other people. You know, people like Trump, how they treat people terribly. So I'm gonna try to make an episode in that one day. I think that would be a real juicy topic for the podcast. You know, Not all rich people, I'm not bashing them, I'm not bashing the rich people. I feel like a lot of rich people, they treat people so dirty because they feel they're better than them. They feel they're this, they're that, but a lot of them fail to realize, you need those people, man. You need those. If it weren't for those people you need those people to get you where you're at. So a lot of them in these big corporate business, you still need the workers. And if it weren't for those workers, then y'all wouldn't be where you're at today. Period. I don't care what. I had a job one time and he treated everybody like shit. But to be honest, thank goodness they let me go. Thank goodness, because I don't like to really talk like that, but thank goodness, because I didn't even like that job. I didn't even like it. They treated everybody like shit, and it's like one time, what was it? They hired somebody one time, they hired another supervisor. They didn't let us know, they didn't inform me, they didn't tell anyone. It was just really, really frustrating. It's like, come on, no communication. That's what a lot of workplaces lack. No damn communication, and it pisses me off. Let the news talk about the politicians. Yeah, I know. I was just saying a little bit, but I ain't trying to talk too much politics in here because we don't want to hear the politics. LOL. That's why I don't discuss politics on my channel. Yeah, I know. I try to keep politics, especially out my content, because I really don't want to. Because then it just gets so competitive, and it just turns into a real big debate, and it turns into a big effing argument, a really big effing argument. So that's why I try to keep it out. It's just a back and forth thing. I don't need that, and then it turns negative and toxic. I don't need that on my channel. I only want to focus on the positivity and fun things happening in NYC in the suburbs. Yeah, exactly. And let me just say one thing, and then I'm gonna go back to the topic. The one thing in politics is that majority of the time, nobody is not getting shit done. Like, nothing is getting done. It's the same old BS over and over and over. Like, nothing really ever gets solved in politics. Nothing. That's why a lot of people don't want to deal with it. It's nothing but an argument. So it's just stupid to me. But yeah, but back to what I was saying. But yeah, I feel like minimum wage could be a lot better. I feel like we need to and then this is the thing, like, I don't understand too, also, I'm not trying to fully bash the mayor, but I don't understand why people like the mayor are not pushing to make minimum wage better, in my opinion. It could be better. But that's all I'm saying as far as minimum wage. I think I've said everything I need to say about minimum wage. I don't like to talk politics, as I don't like the argument, but I will say it seems most of politicians are in it for themselves. Yeah, they only in it for themselves. And that's also people too as well, especially people like the rich, only in it for them damn selves. So that's just in my opinion. Only in it for themselves. That's why a lot of things in NYC is not getting done, because people are only in it for them damn selves. Only in it for themselves. So, and I feel like it's just really, really sad. It's just very, very, very sad, in my opinion. I feel like the cost of living could be better. I feel like minimum wage could be better. And I feel like a lot of working conditions could be better as well, because you have a lot of places, the working conditions is just not that great. So that's just another thing in my opinion. But yeah, so I think that's all I have to say about minimum wage. I think we've discussed a lot in minimum wage. I think we really discussed a lot in minimum wage. I'm gonna stay on here for another 5 more minutes. We're gonna take a little tour and a little walk around the park. So we're gonna do that. So, great topic today, Chris. Well done. Oh, thank you so much, Jen. I really appreciate it. So, thank you for joining. I really appreciate it. So, thank all of you guys. I had up to 12 people watching my podcast, my live podcast, and this is only like my 3rd time live streaming my podcast. So, that definitely deserves a round of applause. But if you guys love today's topic, today's live stream, and if you love any of my live streams, you know, I do a lot of live streams, most of around New York, New Jersey, and I'm sorry, I gotta get back to work. I had a phone call at work, but sorry, I made it late. This was a great talk. Thank you, Chris. Awesome, Ellie. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Thank you for stopping by, Ellie. Thank you, Alan. I really appreciate it so much. Thank you all for joining in. No problem, Ellie. Take care. I know some people gotta get going. It's that time of the day. Everybody's leaving work. They going home, or they coming off break. And I understand that. You know, I definitely understand that. But we're gonna take a little walk around the park, and then after that, I'm gonna end the stream. So, or it doesn't begin. Did you get anything to eat at the market, or it doesn't begin until later? I was at the market, Ellie. I was full on Saturday. I was full. I had to pay. They charged me like $8, Ellie, just to get into the market. So, this was the Queens night market. I had to pay the $8. So I'll be off in 25 minutes. Neil, I'm ready. I'm ready, LOL. I'm tired and hungry. Yeah. I don't blame you, Ellie. I had a long day too at work, for sure. OMG, really? I thought it was free to get in. That's what I thought too. I'm like, most of these festivals, they don't charge you to get in. But the Queens Night Festival, they was like, well, you gotta pay. So I don't get it. But they only charged me like $8. So, because I got to the Queens Market within 25 minutes. So I took the Long Island Railroad from Manhattan all the way to Queens. So I went there, and I just paid the $8 to get in. So, because I really wanted to live stream the night market, but I didn't buy anything. That's crazy. I could have sworn it was free. Yeah, I thought the same thing, Ellie. I figured it was a festival, so I figured it would be effing free, but it wasn't free. So, I don't know. But anyway, y'all, I've been talking a lot, so we're gonna go around the park, like I said, and we'll stream. Ooh, the LIRRES, I know. I probably would have live streamed my ride. I probably would have live streamed my train ride on the Long Island Railroad. The problem is the damn signal. It's just not fully stable. So we'll take a round the park. This is Riverbank Park, you guys. So, being that the weather was so nice, you know, I decided to do an outdoor podcast. Some drops, but you know, I did feel some drops all around here. But here it is, Riverbank State Park, everyone. And then from here you can see the GW Bridge right here. So y'all can see, this is the GW Bridge right here. So this is a great view. So if you want a great view of the GW Bridge, definitely come to Riverbank Park. So Riverbank Park is a little off of Harlem. So if you take the BX19 to the last stop, not to the Bronx in Manhattan going west, it'll take you here. Sorry for the wind, everyone. I'm gonna try my best to speak up a little, as loud as I possibly can. Thank you, Ellie. Good view of the bridge. I know it's a great view. I'm gonna do a regular stream one day here at Riverbank Park because this is so nice. And Riverbank Park has a lot of great views. I'm gonna try to get a sunset view and stream it too, so everyone can see. A lot of great views. So here it is. It's starting to drizzle a little bit, but it's not too bad. I see the sun booming, so the weather is just super nice. I'm glad I chose today to come out here and do the stream here. I will try to go to Pier 57 next time. I think next time though, I will try and stream at Metro Diner. So I'm gonna try to live stream at Metro Diner next time. So here's the view here. Back up. And then here's New Jersey here. Yeah, I know, Alan. This is over at Riverbank Park, Alan. So, you can Google Riverbank Park on your phone, Alan. And Riverbank Park has some really, really excellent views here. Real excellent. Yeah, I know, Ellie. That's why I picked here to podcast, to do my outdoor podcast, because I don't know about the weekends, but I know during the week, it's nice and chill. It's not a lot of people, so I can do my outdoor stream in peace. So I can do that. You know, I might do a sunset live stream this weekend. I'm thinking about doing that. So, on Saturday. Great way. That could be good to do that. See there, all the views, and this is Riverbank Park right here. Got some really, really good views here. And look, oh wow, I gotta get a shot of this. This looks excellent. I'm gonna post this part on my Instagram. So it's hang up from here in about 2 to 3 minutes. I will do that too. Yeah, it's just drizzling right now. Not like in Connecticut. It started picking up when I was in Connecticut in Stamford. But it was an awesome trip. It was a great stream. If you guys have not seen my stream of Stamford, please go and check out the replay of the stream. It was a really fun stream. I think you guys will love that stream. So please go and check it out after this live stream. So here it is, the great view. So we're gonna end it off here, everyone. So you guys, I'm gonna go and catch my bus and go home from here, everyone. So we're gonna end it off here with this great view right here. Where is it? Oh, guys. If you guys enjoyed this podcast, thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate you guys so much. And thank you to the 4 people that are still watching. Thank you all for joining me. I really appreciate you guys. The next podcast will be next Wednesday, May 1st, same time at 3 o'clock. So I hope you guys can join me then. I will schedule another live stream. I know I was a little late, but I'm glad I wasn't too late. Have a fantastic rest of your day. Thank you, Ellie. Have a great day. Thank you, Alan. Thank you all for coming in. I really appreciate you guys so much. Have a great day. I will see you guys on Friday, everyone. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what we're doing Friday. So I think I might just stay in the 5 boroughs on Friday because I can't go too far because I gotta go and pick my mom up from the doctor later on in the afternoon. So I can't go too far out on Friday. So I'm sorry about that, folks. So we'll try and we'll figure something out on Friday. But anyways, take care of y'all and see you guys on Friday. Bye, everyone. Bye.